Maths remains a complex problem in the country that needs solutions, and now one campaign is making it all add up. The Gibela Wesolve4x Maths Competition aims to get grades 4 through 7 pupils excited about mathematics. Last year's trial went so well, it's now multiplying its efforts. Let's find out how learning to love maths at school equals success in later life. We are joined by Wesolve4x CEO Ngobese, Head of Communications at Gibela Rail, and of course Umolemo Muabane from HM High Destiny Academy. Welcome to all of you. Luiso Gia will join us in a moment. I really do appreciate your time. Thank you so much for waking up so early, Umolemo. What was it like to wake up so early to be here?
Tired.
Tired. Now you know how we feel every morning when we have to wake up so early. Last year, let's start with that. More than 1,700 pupils took part, but only, I think it was about 15.7% scored above 50%. What does that tell us about the state of maths in South Africa?
No, good morning and thank you very much for the opportunity. My name is Ngobese. I'm the CEO and actual analyst of Wesolve4x. So at Wesolve4x, we're a non-profit that provides free maths extra classes for learners from grade 4 to 12 across the country. And we also teach parents maths so that they're able to help their kids with homework. So from the competition last year, we had huge numbers of learners taking part. And then we saw we got less than 15% of the learners going to be above 50%. So it shows the challenge that we still have as a country to collaborate so that we can improve the maths proficiency of learners across South Africa.
Very concerning, that number. And I think one of the things through this competition that you're trying to do, obviously, is to get people like Omolemo to participate in the competition and love maths. So let me ask you, Omolemo, you're only grade 5, but you're taking part in this competition. What does it feel like? Why do you love maths so much?
I love maths because it can take you far and it's fun.
It's fun.
Yes,
How?
It's just like playing with numbers.
Playing with numbers. Do your friends also think it's fun?
I don't know.
When did you start to realize that maths is actually fun? That it's not, because sometimes, you know, when they say we have to go to maths, you're like, oh, it's so hard. But for you, you're saying it's fun.
Yes, I started realizing maths is fun because it's like when I heard that there is Wesolve4x, they started making maths fun for me and everything.
That's amazing. And Luiso Gia, thank you so much for joining us as well. Of course, the Head of Communication at Gibela Rail. You are investing so that maths can become fun, as you just heard, for young ones like Omolemo. Why is it so important to you to invest in maths?
Yes, thank you very much. As Gibela, we are the company that has been awarded the contract to build 600 trains for PRASA. Now, these are the new blue trains that you see on our rails these days. Now, it's quite important that for us to have future engineers, we need to build the pipeline. Whilst they are still young, you know, we use the slogan that says catch them young, so that in future they are able to become artisans, they are able to become engineers, and they are also able to become technicians that are going to build these trains. So now we're only investing for ourselves as an organization, Gibela Rail, but we are investing for the nation, we are investing for the country, so that we look forward to a better future.
On that note, let me ask you about our ability to be competitive as a nation when it comes to STEM. It's at the forefront of a lot of development of our country's economy, actually, if you look at it. Do you think that we are developing fast enough, that we are developing those skills fast enough to be able to be competitive globally?
The need is quite huge. We may not be developing at a pace and at a rate that the world has developed. When you look at countries like China, you look at countries like Japan and other countries, they are far ahead of us. But But then we decided as an organization that we are not going to fold our arms and, you know, cry foul and say that nothing that we can do. So now that is why it is important for us that we need to have comprehensive programs that are going to assist these youngsters to become future engineers. In fact, as an organization, we have a comprehensive program that starts them at the early foundation stage, and then the love for maths at grade 4 to grade 7, and also we continue at grade 10 to grade 12. And also at TVET colleges, we also have a bursary program where we make sure that we then make sure that they get into university. We have an apprenticeship program so that we give them the work experience that is much needed for them to be able to excel in their careers.
Yeah. And Tsietsi, when we look at that, let's call it sluggish development, it's not because we don't have the capacity. It's not an issue of capacity or ability, it's an issue of opportunity, right? Having the opportunity to be developed.
No, definitely. I mean, when I was one of the top achievers in the country, I went to study actuarial science at the University of the Free State. And as a first-year actuarial science student, I went back to my school to help learners. And since 2013, never looked back. But in part of trying to address South Africa's transformation agenda in different careers that require STEM, then we need to be deliberate and intentional. Hence, we adopt our schools and then we provide these free maths extra classes so that, because we understand education is not a charity, but it's an investment in a future-ready South Africa. And how do we do it? We need to collaborate. We need to make sure that we make them as early as possible. We understand why 1 + 1 = 2. And the support we've been getting from Gibela, I mean, she got an opportunity to be part of the tour to see how these trainers make, to understand the practical application of mathematics. So with this competition, we're trying to inspire learners to take part. So as this year, we have grown. So the competition is for grade 4 to grade 7 learners, and then for grade 4 to 6. Grade 4, 5, 6 is online, and then grade 7 is handwritten at Nigel Primary School.
Yeah.
So the closing date for the application is 15 September, and the first round will be on the 20th of September. So those who get 50% above will qualify for the final round on the 25th of October, and there's cool prizes. And then we're looking forward to have the next cohort of winners to come to the Gibela factory and tour and see what are the future possibilities beyond the classroom.
So have they already been to the factory, Omolemo?
Yes.
Have you been there? What did you see? Tell us about it.
I saw trains, like how they work, how they do it, and it inspired me to love maths more.
Wow. And what do you want to become now that you've seen all of this? You know, they say that when you see more, you can dream more. If you don't see it, you can't dream it. So now that you've seen how the trains are made, what do you think you want to become?
I want to become an actuary or a train driver in Gibela to just help other people, and yeah.
Train driver or an actuary. I love that. What would you say to other pupils who perhaps don't love maths as much as you do yet? They don't think it's fun. What would you say to them to inspire them to get into numbers?
I would say maths, it's fun. You have to just maths, you don't think. It just pops out. And it's just playing with numbers.
I love that. You're playing with numbers, it's fun. I wish I thought that when I was at school. I never thought it was fun or that it pops. In fact, nothing wanted to pop out at all. That's why I work where I work, because I can only apparently work with words. But it's amazing. And this year you're also going digital. Talk to me about that.
So last year, we were on our pilot for the competition. We had learners coming as far as KZN, Western Cape, Eastern Cape. Then we saw the interest that was huge, but due to the limitation in terms of geographical area, then we took it digitally to say those that are in different parts of the country, they can still be part of the competition. Hence, we had the online version for the grade 4, 5, and 6, and then we retain the handwritten one for the grade 7 at Nigel Primary School. But we understand as we create access to as many learners as possible, our passion to inspire continues irrespective of where you are. You can still take part in the competition.
Yeah, I love that because it means it's now more accessible as well, Louise. So how important is it to you to reach even pupils in the most far-fetched rural areas so that nobody misses out on this opportunity?
Well, it's quite important for us, given the fact that, remember now, the situation of trains, in South Africa is such that not everyone can currently access it. And you've touched on a very important fact that, when people get exposed, then the interest get rekindled, and we can reach more people. One of the things that I like about the program that we have developed is that it brings together the teacher, the learner and the parent, because Wesolve4x does not only give Saturday classes, to learners. It also gives classes to teachers and developmental programs, but also brings in the parent on Saturday classes, meaning that if your child is in grade 5, as a parent, you are going to participate in classes within grade 5, so that when the child goes home, is able to be assisted with mathematics, because many of us, could not continue with mathematics simply because when you get home, there is no one who can assist, there is no one who has an interest, and as a result, it kills the passion and it kills the dream. So the manner in which the program has been structured, it's such a way that it can bring the three together within the classroom, within the schoolyard, but also outside the schoolyard. So it's very much important that we need to reach as many people as possible. With the help of technology, we are able to do that. And we were quite surprised last year, because when we started, we only wanted to focus, within Gauteng and make sure that in particular within Ekurhuleni. But then now the interest was so exponential that we saw parents coming from as far as Free State and KZN, and we felt that it is important that we open it up to the whole country.
Well, last year, more than 1,700 pupils took part. I can't wait to see what happens this year. That deadline is tomorrow. Tomorrow is the 15th of September.
Yes.
So in case somebody's just hearing this now for the first time, how do they enter? How do they help their children to enter?
No, it's very simple. They go on our website, www.wesolve4x.co.za. It will definitely take them to, they will choose which grade their learners are in, and then they will register. Or they can download our Wesolve4x app in the Google Play Store, where they'll be able to get online extra classes and activities which can help them develop their math skills much more better.